The time has come.
OMG, Kevin Nash, WTF, thought he was dead, LOL.
That's the best of the best of the best of the best of the best that this world has to offer. I'm the beast.
I'll stand
in the match
16 says I just whipped
in the
your
world.
ass.
Paul, say something stupid.
Now you listen, but I say English.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Knights of Squared Circle podcast. I am your host as always, the Blue Dragon Joey, and with me as always,
The Master of Metal, Mike A.D.
This is our 1 year anniversary of doing our podcast, and this is also the first time we've done it in video. Sure, it's only been 5 episodes, but the original Ninja Turtles cartoon was 5 episodes too, so this is why I say it counts. First and foremost, it's been a long time since we've actually done a podcast. Last one we did was our predictions for WrestleMania 33.
That long.
Well, I would like to say that most of our prediction videos, a lot of them came true. If we look back past years about...
There has been some unfreaking canny predictions.
Oh, yeah. Also, let's catch up to speed since this is Money in the Bank 2017. We'll tell you what's happened so far, quickly.
Sure.
So, to recap quickly, WrestleMania happened, obviously. Hardy Boys returned. Taker retired. Brock's the Universal Champion. That's all you really need to know.
Yeah, because not much freaking changed.
Oh, and Jinder is your WWE champion.
Oh, yeah. Don't hinder Jinder.
Apparently not. I mean, what do you think of him as a champion, just for a quick...
You know what? I like the idea of somebody else that hasn't been in the freaking circle, just going around with the same 4 guys, recycling the title in some endless freaking cyclone of guys, and then no one, every now and then some other guy gets in there, but he has the title for this, and it goes back to the same guys. John Cena, Randy Orton, Sheamus, Triple H. Now it's the title's just going, it's on freaking Jinder Mahal. And you know what? I'm not against it. I'm not against the whole idea of some different guy out there.
I'm not against it either. I think it's about time someone like him got it.
I'm just against the whole idea of the logic of it. Makes no sense.
Why all of a sudden?
Well, how long ago was the guy fired?
2 years?
Yeah, 2 years ago he was fired. Then with the brand split, they brought him back. He proceeded to win 3 total matches in a period of a year.
And he jobbed
almost every one of them. And then out of the blue, the guy becomes the number 1 contender, and it's okay, here we go. Because as we all know, the WWE is doing a tour in India coming up in September. So it's you know what? They're going to put the frickin' title on this guy.
And speaking of that, they did the same thing when TNA went to India. They made all of the guys who have that background champions.
Yeah, but they didn't put the world title on Mahabali Shera.
No, but they gave the X title at least to Sanjay.
Sanjay, he has an Indian background.
Yeah.
Background. Honestly, Jinder Mahal, he's as Canadian as me. He's from freaking Calgary, for Christ's sake.
I know. I honestly thought he was from Brampton the first time I heard about it.
Brampton.
I'm not trying to be racist. Someone told me, and I honestly believe them.
Okay, here's an interesting fucking story. I was in the car, and we were doing a trip, and my wife's friend has a Indian background. Okay. And we got into this discussion about the colors of the buses and all the different parts of Ontario. I was Vaughan is blue, and Toronto has that red one. I said, I can't remember what her name was, which is, I'm not trying to insult anybody. And I said, what color are the buses in Brampton? And I just felt like such a fucking horrible Jesus. It's what? She goes, because I'm brown doesn't mean I live in Brampton? Fuck. I said, you know what? No. So I said, no. Trying to extricate my foot from my intestinal tract. I said, I was pretty sure that my wife mentioned that you lived in Brampton, which was true. I honestly believe that she lived in Brampton. Apparently she lived in Thornhill.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, by the way, he's a Canadian dude playing a guy from Punjab, India.
Have you
He
seen
has the title. He's been pushed for 15 minutes, and now he's a main eventer.
Have you seen his intro when he comes out and he has it wrapped around his entire
face?
There's something about that just says that's wrong to do. Like, don't get me wrong, like, it looks a little racy when he does that.
When he does that, why? Because it looks very...
It reminds me too much of Muhammad Hassan, where his gimmick was he was a terrorist.
Okay, so it made him look... It looks very, very Sharia law.
Yeah, it does. You know?
You know what it does, too? Also makes him look like a pretty crazy video game villain. When he comes down, he has his face all covered. All he sees is these, like, evil eyes coming out. And then... honestly, I like it.
I didn't think about it like
He's
that.
getting better. He's going to be working with a lot of guys that are, like, top level. Because you're going to be facing Randy. You're going to be facing AJ a lot. In those main events and those house shows. If you don't get better working with AJ, you're not going to get any better.
That's true.
Any better. So...
Yeah.
I hate the way they put it together, but I do like the whole fucking idea that there's someone on top except for the same, like, 3 guys. Ecstatic about it.
Which leads us to the show we're supposed to be talking about. This is what we do. We get off traffic. So, Money in the Bank 2017.
Which is, how long ago did that occur? A month ago?
Yeah, actually, it was a month ago.
Yeah, I guess it was around a month ago.
Yeah, like right now, as we're recording this, it's July, and Sunday is Great Balls of Fire.
Great Balls of Fire.
Does this fucking old man love dick jokes or what?
Did you see the logo for the paper?
It looked like two balls and a cock.
Fire.
Well, they changed it, but now it just looks like more balls are on fire. Fuck's
Like,
sakes.
honestly, my buddy sent me and sends this and say, Mike, check out this, check out this.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Was it you?
Yeah, I sent it to you. I'm
Oh,
like,
you said, "Are you
I said, this is a new pay-per-view, and you're like,
Are
are you fucking kidding me?
crazy? You got to be fucking joking.
I
So
sent that to
actually
you
went
months
online
ago.
and tried to find it. I thought, okay, this guy's fucking pulling the major freaking troll of all time on me.
I thought it was too. Like we saw this logo months ago before the pay-per-view was even announced.
Yeah.
Like it was leaked somewhere, and when I saw it, I'm like, I need to send this to Mike.
Fucking Great Balls of Fire. And he actually used the song, too, which is great.
Just because of this name, too, I promise you we're going to review this show, too, Great Balls of Fire. Mike's going to do a special little song for us when that comes up, too.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
I've got a special parody of the song that I'm preparing. Yeah, this is going to be classic with a K. 2 Ks with a Q.
You're pulling a Mortal Kombat on us?
Yeah, it's like 2 Ks, like Chronic.
That was
But
the name of the tag team.
It's not going to be shit.
That was a WCW tag team. So, Money in the Bank 2017. Where did this kick off? Like, where was this?
Where was it? I have no idea where that was.
Okay, so who gives a fuck?
The
honestly,
pre-show. The city really doesn't matter.
It doesn't anymore.
Unless,
St. Louis. Because Randy lost.
Because Randy lost. That's another thing with this fucking company, bro.
They love to make the hero lose in their hometown.
Because they like heat more than they like common sense.
Which is another show I do on the channel, so check that out. Common Sense Podcast.
Yeah.
You should see, maybe Mike will be on it next time. I usually get my uncle, but I love to see those two in the same room together talking about shit.
Jeez. I'm gonna, like, bust a vein in my forehead or something. Like.
So, the pay-per-view. The kickoff show was the Hype Bros versus the Colognes. Skip.
So Zach is back? Zach was back?
Yeah, he was back.
He's back already.
Yeah, they got a victory. I'm just going to say that.
Oh, they got a victory.
Yeah.
Oh, because, like, we had to tell the story with this whole thing.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's what? It's July now. We're in July?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the first week of July or something. Going into the second week, because we had a really short week in the first week of July.
Yep.
So it's technically. So, this tag team was the number 1 contenders for SmackDown tag titles.
Yeah, they won in a Battle Royal. Zach ended up getting hurt.
Zach fucked up his leg or something.
Yeah, and then they lost it.
Then they didn't technically lose it. Then
Well,
they had to win it back.
But they lost that.
They lost that. But I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Zack Ryder's turning heel. They're gonna break up another fucking tag team. They're gonna break up another.
Well, we're gonna actually get to that.
A good, useful freaking tag team. They're gonna break that one up too.
We're gonna actually get to that after we're done.
Oh yeah,
the Money Bank. I bet you we're gonna have time for to do Raw and SmackDown right after. Because this pay-per-view, there was 5 or 6 matches.
That was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first match of the night.
Of course, the first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Not to be outdone, of course.
I'm gonna say this, like, we usually call spots, but, like, there wasn't really any spots in this match.
It was okay.
It was okay, but, like, here's the kicker. It's the ending. So, Carmella doesn't want to climb the ladder. James Ellsworth is at ringside. He pushes Becky off. He climbs it, gets the briefcase, and passes it down to Carmella. And she wins.
Honestly, it's the only good decision that they could have made there.
A lot of people are complaining. They're like, well, that doesn't technically count. You have to climb down and retrieve it. But, like, you're missing that part. There's no rules
in the Money in the Bank match.
And you have to look at it, too. It says retrieve, so that's one half of it. Like, Ellsworth climbed it. Carmella retrieved it.
Yeah.
So what do they do on SmackDown? They strip her of it, just so she can win it back.
And I thought that match was much better than the first one, then. If you want to see that match, see the second one.
Yeah.
The first one is bullshit.
I didn't think the first one was, like, too shit, but my problem was the ending, how they had James fuck it up. I mean, that would have been okay for maybe, like, the fourth or the fifth time they'd done this match. Not the first ever. Won by a man.
Yeah.
Like, that's a little demeaning, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, but you figured that she would find some subterfugious way to win it.
I guess so.
But then she went out there and then she won it on her own accord, which is, it's good. Because honestly, without that case, she's bullshit. It's bullshit. Without the constant threat of actually becoming champion, who is Carmella really?
I was going to say, for a while, she should have just done, like, the Carmella Vampire skit. Like, her as, like, the cheerleader type thing. Like, the whole, I don't know. She has no fucking character. Like, I was liking her as a wrestler, but, like, right now, if she did not have that belt, like, she has Ellsworth. That's it.
Yeah, that's the gimmick.
That's it.
I'm a really high maintenance chick, and here's my boy toy that could really use an upgrade.
So she's Melina with no wrestling skill.
Yeah.
Except Johnny Mundo actually knows how to wrestle.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, he's actually getting married.
He's getting married?
Yeah, not to Melina, though. Some other chick.
Yeah? Okay.
Anyways,
Whatever. Okay.
Second match. The Usos versus The New Day for the SmackDown Tag Titles.
Is this the one that ended in the walkout?
Yes.
Okay.
So, it was a good match. There was a lot of great moments, actually. It was pretty hilarious, too.
I gotta
but
say,
the ending is what ruined this match.
Yeah. Oh,
the
yeah.
Usos just walked out and got themselves counted out.
Yeah. I think that the endings of all these matches are the thing that made this pay-per-view unwatchable.
It just made all of them shite. Like, I hated, like, I was really, like, cringing watching this, where it's like, are we going to let somebody get over here?
Yeah.
It's like, they want to say, like, oh, they let Carmella go over, but, like, not really. We kind of predicted she would win anyways, because she's the one with the less skill in this match.
She won with help.
Yes.
And then the Usos walk out. And then it's like, okay, are we going to have a good finish in this entire pay-per-view? And as it looks, when you see at the end, it's like almost no good finishes in the entire pay-per-view. But I got to say, the Usos quickly becoming one of my favorite tag teams that there is right now.
Yeah, we'll talk about the little segment they had later.
Excellent tag team.
Number 3, Naomi versus Lana for SmackDown Women's title.
The only thing good about this thing is the freaking skin-tight bikini that
Lana's
Lana
entrance.
was wearing.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
The best thing about this match was the entrances.
Oof. Smoking.
Lana is a really good-looking woman. Like, I know, like, I'm saying this as I have a girlfriend, but, like, I love my girlfriend. The point being is that, like, I love how she's actually bringing more fashionable sense to the ring than just being this average women's wrestler. Here's the thing. Let me say this first. She has a beautiful entrance and she has a great-looking attire, and then she wrestles.
That's what I was about to say. Smoking hot. Smoking.
Reminds me of Ariel when she was with Kevin Thorne.
Shit wrestler. And what does she have now? 3 as of this point? 3 shots.
She's 0-3 and she's lost
3
every single time.
3 shots at the world title. And it's title. Like, something's going to happen with this.
Did you see the most recent one? She lost in like 10 seconds.
10 seconds, yeah. Each time she fought, it was a shorter match.
First match she lost legitly. She's like, oh, I want a rematch. So she got it the next week on SmackDown.
And then
she's like, oh, my shoulder's up.
My shoulder hurt. Okay. And then what's the next one?
Her shoulder was up, so she's like, it didn't count.
Then
this recent
really
week,
fast.
she lost in 10 seconds.
I was watching it going like, what the fuck is that? What are they doing to her? I
blinked and I missed it.
Yeah. I'm honestly thinking about what the end game is. Because sometimes this company doesn't have any such thing. They just have, what are we going to do for now? What are we going to do into the next pay-per-view?
It's almost
What
like...
are we going to do to try to pop a rating?
It's almost like it's the writers are like playing an RPG game. Like, let's roll a die. If it lands on this is where we go. Because, like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, neither do I.
Okay, so
Lana
this is
I mean,
she's okay.
You
but-
build her up. You build her up for what? 2 months? 2.5 months while she returns?
And this is the end result.
And then she comes out as a ballroom dancer? Like, yeah, great freaking attire.
She can dance and
Great
she has a
freaking
great
attire.
attire, but then she gets in the ring and
Gets
shits
in
on
the-
everything.
Yeah, I know, it was pain.
What do you think of her finisher, the sit-out spine buster?
It's-
The one that Lance Cade used to do.
It's painful. It's painful. The whole thing is painful. They never should have even gone to this. We're going to do another segment afterwards where I'm going to say what they should have done with her. But,
Right.
like, I mean, this gimmick of hers is fucking brutal. What's
Yeah.
next?
We have the debut of Mike and Maria Kanellis.
Oh, I heard about this.
Well, I'm gonna the re-debut of Maria, the debut of Mike, who's not using his Bennett name for some reason.
I just trying to make her her into the showpiece and make her like him the accessory.
So
That's it.
I'm gonna say this: the best part of the segment was them showing up, and then they started talking.
Yeah, and then they can disappear for all I care.
So
honestly, I'm more familiar with their shtick from
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor, which was really good. And then they went to TNA and then proceeded to like kind of suck big time for a short period of time.
Like, what was really Maria's highlight in TNA?
Almost nothing. Almost nothing.
I want to say like the fucking alley wedding. That's about it. Like after that, she was gone.
Yeah, it's true. She was.
So their whole gimmick here is that they're trying to like bring out the fucking what's the word I'm looking for? They're trying to show the world like we should all love each other, peace, all that bullshit. And for the last 2 weeks since they debuted, there seems to be some shit with Sammy. So obviously he's gonna feud with them later.
Sammy.
He's
Wow.
been like he interrupted them with their entrance. He knocked over something while they were in a backstage interview. He just keeps getting in the way.
So Sami Zayn is gonna lose to Michael Bennett.
Yes.
I fucking really despise this company. Sami Zayn should be one of your top fucking guys. But instead, what's he doing? Jobbing to fucking Baron Corbin. Losing to fucking Michael Bennett. I don't get it. I don't get it. What happened next?
So, I want to say semi-main event of the evening.
Oh,
It's the WWE Championship.
yeah, Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton in front of his own crowd, proceeding to drum roll, lose.
This was a fucking bore fest.
Yeah, because
I
they
did not
both-
enjoy this.
These guys both work the same, right?
They're just different versions of Randy Orton.
Yeah, big.
And Randy's just being himself with all those fucking headlocks. Jinder's the fucking same.
It's the same. You know what? The only thing I really get a kick out of is watching the Singh brothers take a beating on the outside.
We had a couple of legends at the ringside during this match, including like Larry Hennig, Sergeant Slaughter, Ric Flair, and Cowboy Bob Orton, who didn't have the cast on.
I didn't have the cast, which I was really
He should have
surprised.
stuck in
because-
character. Should have
because-
still had the cast
yeah,
on.
That guy wore that cast for his entire career.
Like 20 years or something.
During his whole career in the 80s that I remember, because I grew up watching wrestling in 84 when Hogan first won the title. I was watching wrestling. That's like a freaking eternity ago. It's yeah, and Cowboy Bob Orton wasn't wearing the cast, which
So, ending of this match is that the Singh brothers get ejected, put their hands on Bob Orton. Randy gets pissed, gets distracted, and loses.
And loses with the Koloss.
The same way he
Loses.
lost at Backlash.
Yes. Like, how many ways can you do the same finish before people start, like, not believing this is an incredible character?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Is it that the fact that he is the freaking champion, or we have to accept the fact that he's the champion?
We just have to wait till this whole like celebration thing blows off, and then they'll let him lose.
I think that once they get him out of India, he's dropping the belt.
Of course he will.
He's dropping the belt. I don't know what pay-per-view that's going to be. I don't know what that's called. Well,
Battleground is the next SmackDown one.
Battleground. He's going to win again.
Let me just say these pay-per-view names suck.
Battleground.
Fucking bring back Unforgiven or fucking No Mercy. Well, they brought it back last year, but it was actually ass how the fucking WWE Championship was the first fucking match of the night.
Yeah.
Because, you know why? Because the fucking presidential election was going off. So it's like, fuck it, we want to get the best match out first or we can go to fuck home.
Yeah. Yeah.
First off, that's dismissive to the rest of the roster. It's like, yeah, this is the one matters, so nobody gives a fuck about the rest of the pay-per-view.
Yeah, so this is the curtain jerker.
I mean, I guess it's okay we live in Canada because we don't really give a fuck. But, you know, people pay fucking $13 a month to watch these pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And you're just giving it away in the first match.
Yeah.
I'm saying 13 because we're Canadian and we have to pay more. Not fucking $9.99 a month.
That's because
it's $12.99 a month.
It's because we have a... See, in Canada, our cable system is very much like the American political system. A two-party dictatorship. So, that's why we're forced to pay so much bloody money. Anyhow.
It's not the main event yet.
It's not the main event yet.
It's Breezango with a backstage segment.
I love this tag team.
This was probably, I'm not going to lie, this is my favorite part of the pay-per-view because I really love the whole
Miami Vice
thing. The whole, like, because they're doing the fashion police thing. Now they're just like, they actually think they're cops. And this is entertaining as hell.
Honestly, why they're still called Breezango, I got no fucking clue. Call them the fashion fucking police.
It's better than Febreze.
Yeah, Fandango and Tyler Breeze. The fashion police. You know, they come out and they're dressed up like cops, or they're dressed up like a cop show, or some variation therein.
The Popo?
The Popo? The Fopo?
The Fopo, fashion police. The
Fopo.
Fopo.
Isn't that like food? That's crappy Vietnamese food. Fopo.
Anyways, they're backstage because they received an anonymous letter on VHS. So
hey, you know, at least the guys writing these segments wouldn't be fired.
Yeah, I'll give them that. So,
oh man, I would love to. I would love to come into this company and have the sledgehammer of power. I would crush so many people in there, make them go bye bye so quickly. But the guys that wrote that, yes, I would keep those guys. That's pretty freaking funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
The rest of those freaking stiffs can go.
Yeah. So this match. It was Breezango versus the Ascension. Take a guess who won.
The Fashion Police won, right? In 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, because like, what's the Ascension really good for? Jobbing.
How do you go from like freaking the most dominant NXT tag team that there was to this freaking jobber tag team?
Well, this is what happens when you lose to the legends of WWE. You just start to job. When you can't beat 50-year-old men. You're going to lose every fucking match.
It means that's the turning point of your career. It's about to go into the shit can.
And it sucks because they have an awesome gimmick and they have an awesome theme song.
Yeah, yeah.
But they can't win a fucking match.
Yeah. And you know what? That guy, Victor, that guy can wrestle, man. The other guy can't.
Connor?
The other guy can't. Well, the other guy's pretty decent. The guy's been in the system for a long freaking time, eh?
Victor was on NXT before he teamed up with Connor, actually.
That guy in FCW, Victor?
Yeah.
Holy smoke, that guy's been in the company a long time. Like, if you look at the ages of some of the guys that work for this company, it's like 35, 34, 36. How many guys they got in the roster now? Over 40? Holy smoke.
You should see the roster in the video games, over 130 wrestlers.
Yeah. I think they got to do something different with this Ascension tag team. I have an idea for it. For another segment that I'm going to talk about. How I would totally rebook this tag team because the way that they're booked right now, shite.
So,
next.
Our main event, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Mm-hmm. So, we have Ziggler, Sammy, the US champ Kevin, AJ, Shinsuke, and Baron.
Fantastic match.
This was actually a pretty fantastic
one of the
match.
better matches I've seen once it got going. on the WWE network, sometimes, not all the time, which I don't understand, because the network has access to like every single thing they've ever done. And leading up to Money in the Bank, you turn on the WWE network and think, I wonder what they're going to have on here. I bet, man, I would do a marathon of all these Money in the Bank ladder matches leading up to it.
Which they usually do, yeah.
I'm sitting there going, oh, there was this cool little thing. It's called Beyond the Ring. And it had The Miz. It was so biased. Guy talking about how fucking great he was.
I've already listened to like the original Beyond the Ring with Mick Foley.
It's like seriously, this is the guy you're getting to host your show? It's like this freaking egomaniac doing this.
Fucking guy.
So it just sounded so like fake. You know, why can't you get a guy that sounds objective? The guy just like have a guy that's won the thing and won the title hosting the fucking show. It's like, oh yeah, then came my chance to cash in a briefcase. It's like, seriously? Who fuck wrote this horseshit?
I don't know. I would have gotten Cena to honestly do that show.
I wouldn't even got him. I would have had your favorite guy.
Finn?
No, I would have had fucking like JBL do it. I would have had JBL do it. At least that guy sounds
motherfucker. I will never support that shithead.
That guy would sound better than The Miz doing it. It was brutal. Anyhow, they did this cool show.
I reckon Michael Cole. Like, I honestly fucking despise JBL.
Or Tom Phillips. He's a very.
We don't need that piece of shit either. He's a piece of shit.
We haven't even got to the Mauro Ranallo thing.
He's actually back on NXT.
Yeah, but we'll get to that when the time allows. But they did this cool thing retrospective of the best Money in the Bank ladder matches. They did them all in their entirety, and it was a 2-hour show. And it's like, let me tell you something. Some of these recent ones they did don't freaking measure up. They don't. Like the last couple they did, the one that Sheamus won, the one that Randy won. Some of them would just been measure up. That first one that Daniel Bryan won was freaking top notch.
I remember that one.
All the guys that were in there, what I noticed was, look how over they were. All the guys come in, RVD comes in, they can cheer these guys. Other guys come in, yeah, like this. Now a fucking guy comes in, it's like, oh, am I going to sit on my hands now? like half the guys in there, you don't want them to win. It's like, you don't need that shit.
It's like pretty much how it is nowadays, honestly. There's too many guys we just rather not see.
Honestly, Baron fucking Corbin? Baron fucking Corbin.
Yeah, so end of this match. Baron wins.
Baron wins. The big, large, muscular, tattooed guy. Fucking, does it sound like a broken record?
The fucking Mike, the Mike Awesome that can't wrestle.
You know what? He's got so much fucking better. I mean, I'm thinking in 6 months the guy's going to be really, really good.
What's really the guy's gimmick is like, all I've seen is that he fucking hits people from behind to get over.
The guy's a real good coward, and the guy just talks.
Honestly, I just don't like how some of these heels are, because like personally, I think a heel should be like sniveling coward who like, you know, gets away with everything. Like, he's a piece of shit, but like I really despise this whole tough guy.
Tough guy? Or you don't like tough guy heels?
I honestly don't.
You gotta have at least one of them, man. You gotta have, like, a legit bad guy.
But you need to have a reason to hate him, though. Like, you gotta let him lose sometimes. If he keeps winning, it's like you get sick of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where it's like, well, what the fuck's the point? The bad guy keeps winning.
Yeah.
When Santino was heel, at least back in the day, like, he was the cowardly heel. Like, he would pretend to be tough, but then when, like, actual competition come out, he shit his pants and lose.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a heel should be.
Yeah. The heel exists so that the good guy can vanquish him.
Yes.
The heel doesn't exist so they can be on top of the card like fucking Kim Jong-un for the rest of his life. It's like watching watching the same thing with Stephanie and fucking Triple H. These two book themselves into a perpetual state of invulnerability on top all the time. Don't they really? Do you want to know why the ratings are down 20% a year?
Because they're on the fucking television.
Because the fucking Stephanie McMahon is fucking bitch slapping guys left and right, and she never gets her freaking comeuppance on the show. Never. Triple H comes out, I'm the fucking best, and the guy comes out and just fucking runs everything roughshod. So
this doesn't work like this anymore. Like, you could get away with that shit in WCW because look what happened to that. Fucking Hulk Hogan had played his control card and ran the fucking thing in the ground, but you can't do that in WWE. This is the biggest wrestling company in the world.
Yeah.
So when you start taking control and booking yourself in these fucking matches, you're just gonna end up the same as WCW.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, obviously, you're not gonna end up in the shitter because Vince is shitting billions of dollars every fucking day.
You're right.
But like, you're gonna lose most of your viewers. They're gonna get sick of it.
Like, right now, WWE is a license to print money as of this point. But you know what? They are losing their television audience by, like, to the tune of about 20% per annum at this point.
I only have a few reasons to even watch SmackDown or Raw. I don't bother with NXT. Like, all I really want to watch is Bobby Roode, but sometimes he's not even fucking wrestling.
You know what, dude? I'm not even convinced by Bobby Roode. I think Bobby Roode is a fucking entrance. The guy's a good-looking dude. The guy's a great freaking promo. The fucking entrance is unbelievable.
And probably one of the best entrances in the company right now.
But, dude, take away the entrance. Take away the music. The guy's... He's nothing.
The guy's Edge without the hair.
Let's see, at least Edge was like, it was exciting to watch.
But like, did you...
Like,
I'm saying he's
just
like...
another fucking Randy Orton kind of guy. It's the same fucking thing. It's like, okay, let's find like the best looking guy with some physical charisma. It's like, but if you can't fucking put a match together, it means shit. It doesn't mean nothing.
I mean,
like, honestly, but I understand why the title's on him. Someone's got to vanquish this guy.
I mean, would you get Roderick Strong to do it, or would you get Drew McIntyre?
I think they think that Roderick Strong's too small.
Fuck off with that.
I just, you know what?
I hate it when
you look at all the guys that are small. Look at Sami Zayn.
I hate this fucking company
when it left and right.
I hate it when this company likes to play, the bigger guys will get over, because for so many years, all the independence guys I've followed for years, when they've actually finally made it into the company, they don't get shit. Fucking, let me put an example. Low-Key, when he was Kaval.
That guy had so much fucking charisma, it's not even funny.
He won the second season of NXT when it was that shitty competition show. You know, when the winner of NXT, they get a shot for any title they want.
Oh, and then he said, I want the IC title.
They made him go for the IC title, and he fucking lost. And after that, he said, fuck this, and he left. He realized this is as good as it's going to get for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get stuck with these two fucking women who, at the time... Granted, that was a hell of an act that they put on.
The Picky James act?
No. That act they had of the Lay Cool. They had like
half of a title.
They had like they were the co-champions of the world. I thought it was amusing. I thought they did a really good job of doing that. But they have this fucking like miniature man boy toy guy that they had like running there. The guy's a little guy, but the guy's talking like this, and this is how it is. And
because he's supposed to be like Mortal Kombat. He's the World Warrior.
They never booked him the way they ought to have.
And he has an incredible fucking moveset with his strikes. Fucking looking at when he does the Warrior's Way, like it looks like he'll fucking crush the guy's stomach. It's kind of like Finn Balor's, but like Finn does it from the side. Loki does it like face up, like his feet will hit you here in front of you, not the side of you.
Yeah.
So it looks like he'll kill the guy, which looks awesome.
Absolutely. And if you've seen him recently on... Oh, yeah, by the way...
If you've seen him on TNA...
Oh, by the way, it's not called TNA anymore.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett wins. It's called Global Force Wrestling.
And the show is called Impact.
I saw some podcast guy was like, what? You were the smartest man in wrestling today is Jeff Jarrett.
Fucking the dudes at OSW would probably agree with you. 4 words for you. Ain't he great?
Like, you go from getting forced out of your own fucking company, now the guy, like, starts a new company, and the guy comes back into TNA, and now the guy has the old company renamed as his company. It makes it look like he's running the fucking show.
We need to watch more of, more of their podcast, because, like, they actually released a new episode where it's that lockdown event where they have the electrified steel cage with LAX and the Doodleys.
Yeah, so, we went on this insane freaking circle of despair. Now, where were we?
Well, before that, we want to talk about Loki. How like now his gimmick is that he is Agent 47 from Hitman. He dresses exactly like the dude.
He is pretty good in Global Force Wrestling.
I'm still fucking calling it TNA. I don't give a shit.
It's gonna be TNA until my brain decides that it's called GWF.
GWF. GFW. Fuck it. Yeah. So
Next,
we were talking about Money in the Bank. Frickin' Baron wins.
Yeah, I mean, isn't there like some better guys that are ready to be champion?
Fucking, you could have given it to Shinsuke. Fucking Sammy.
Sami Zayn. Now, wouldn't that be great if Sami Zayn came out, the underdog guy? He came out, and then freaking Huluva kicked the guy, and then he stole the freaking title. You know?
He should have.
Yeah. You know what? He was my pick to win that thing.
So,
and it's,
yeah.
I mean, it's really disappointing to see a guy with so much potential get wasted and jobbed out continually. So
that's Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
What do you rate it out of 10?
5.
Yeah, I want to give it a 5.
I mean, it's 5 out of 10 because of the one match.
Look, it wasn't like
match.
It's obviously an average pay-per-view. Obviously, the results were the worst fucking results you could have got from every match. Well,
absolutely.
most of them. Like, if I look back at this, it's like, so Naomi won, and Breezango won. That's it.
And
everyone else was a heel
and it was
won.
a heel fest.
Well, technically New Day won, but they didn't win the titles because they walked out. But which I fucking hate this champions bullshit where it's like they have the advantage. It's like you should not do that. Like, how about like the match starts, I just slap the fucking referee. Okay, I guess I'm going home.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
Fucking ding, kick the dude in the nuts. Well, we're done.
That is the kind of finish you do on television. That's not the kind of finish that you do when people are paying fucking money to see.
They did that on television. Fucking, I want to say that years ago they actually did that. Freaking, so Jeff was the IC champ. Randy was the WWE champ. They're going to fight at Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
When off title for the title, Jeff was going to fight him for the WWE title. But on Raw, Randy was going to fight Jeff for the IC title. So the bell rings. Randy runs up to Jeff, kicks him in the dick. And the match is over. And then Jeff does like a 20-foot swanton off the railing.
Of course.
So, that's Money in the Bank. Now on to Raw and SmackDown. Well, I don't know which ones exactly because it's about like 2 or 3 weeks past this already.
So, what's basically been happening since the end of that pay-per-view? Because we're about around 3 weeks at least since that point.
I want to say like shit that's been happening like recently. It's actually been disappointing. All these tag team breakups.
Mm-hmm.
4.
4? Oh, yeah.
You want me to count them down?
Enzo and Cass.
So first I want to say was Jericho and Kevin.
Well, you know what? They knew that was
within
coming,
in this year. I'm saying in the span of this year so far.
A tag team.
I'm just saying in the span of this year so far. So like Kevin and Jericho are done.
That was a fucking greatest angle of the last 2 years.
DIY.
Yeah. That was a very
and now both are injured.
Team, but you could, I mean, that team.
When I saw
very enjoyable.
When I saw them in Toronto and they won the tag titles, that was awesome. They deserved a big break like that.
That was the best 2 out of 3, right?
Yes, and then the fuckers of Pain took the title, and they haven't lost a single goddamn match. Like, yeah, this is what we need. Big fucking guys who know a body slam, who are your tag champs.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll do the exact same moves as each other because we're twins. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
DIY broke up after the ladder match loss.
Yeah. I honestly think that ladder match they had, when it wasn't on television or something?
The ladder match was on a pay-per-view. It was the main event.
Yeah.
And then, like, as the credits roll, it's like the copyright came up at the bottom. Fucking Ciampa just threw him into the Titantron.
Yeah. That one was been coming for a while, though.
So, I guess Psycho Killer's back. Whatever.
Psycho Killer, the Sicilian psychopath, is back.
So, number 3, Golden Truth.
Yeah. Even though I honestly...
I will say
every
this.
Every now and then when they take these 2 random guys and they throw them in a tag team, they don't last as long as these 2 did.
I find this funny how this is the second tag team Booker T's teamed up with a black dude. Remember the first one with Booker T?
Yeah, I remember that. Didn't they win the tag title?
Yeah, they won the tag titles. They're doing all these ridiculous skits. Like Goldust joined him in battle with his wife. Frickin' he dressed up as Darth Vader. They were doing like the Austin Powers thing where he had Mini Dust come in, which was Hornswoggle.
Mini Dust.
Yeah, that was number 3, and I do like how Goldust, like when you see him wrestle now, he looks like the classic Goldust with like the gold and the white.
And he does have the.
He's got the
fire.
Yeah.
He has the fire of the original Goldust.
Which is what I can say better when he was in Teenage Black Rain. How bloated he was.
He was the tire. Because he was rolling all over the place.
I don't want to make fun of him like too much because like that was a pretty dark time in his life, and then he found the Fountain of Youth, and he's been on a roll since 2009.
Yes, he got himself in tremendous shape.
Yeah, he looks incredible. He's in the best shape of his life.
He looks really, really good. I just don't see where he can really go with this, except for maybe a minor title.
Well, he was doing good as in the tag team run with his brother as Stardust, and now Cody's in Ring of Honor as the world champion.
Yeah, that's another thing.
The American Nightmare.
Cody, not Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long this one goes.
I have Fight Network for free right now.
You can own the last name of somebody because he used to work for somebody else. The guy's name is Cody Rhodes.
Should just went by. He went by Cody Reynolds then.
I know why he changed his name to Rhodes. It's like your father was
Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes before the WWF even had him there.
They went to WCW and then they kicked him to the curb like a piece of shit.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's the same reason why Dustin left WCW, because they made him dressed up like Seven, which was essentially a pedophile. No, seriously, he was like creeping in like little kids' windows at night.
Oh shit.
And then he was like on television, he's like, this is a piece of shit gimmick.
Okay.
Fucked off, went to WWF.
That team broke up.
Yeah. Number 4, which is the biggest one, Enzo and Cass.
Yeah, I like that tag team.
This disappointed me on so many levels.
I mean, you can see it coming.
I was so sad, actually.
Coming.
I was like, how could you break up like a team that the kids fucking adore?
How can you break up the tag team where everyone loves the catchphrases?
Every fucking day they would come out and say that goddamn entrance line. Everyone knows the lyrics. Memorized, line for line, sync.
And then you take it away from them because this is what this company likes to do. They like to take away everything the fans like and give them everything they don't want.
This is Vince McMahon's philosophy. You don't like what you think you like.
We're just going to tell them what they like. And we like Big Cass as a big, strong, gigantic guy that we're going to push into the main event. And then, Enzo, he's just small.
Life sucks and then you die.
I said this before. Enzo and Cass, one wrestler combined.
Yes, I want to say that exactly.
One wrestler combined.
Cass is a better wrestler than Enzo, and Enzo has the better mic skills.
Yeah, together they'd be the ultimate fucking wrestler.
But they never won a single fucking tag team, not even in NXT. Titles.
I gotta say that I do like the justification for it. I think that they did a smart thing by saying, okay, you know what? As one of the justifications for beating the shit out of the guy, say, you know what? I'm sick of your fucking mediocrity costing me the fact that I've never won shit in this company. It's because of you.
And fucking shit talking Conor McDavis. Which, I don't know what that's about, honestly. I don't think I want to go into that.
It's a Twitter thing. I think it's a Twitter thing.
I love how in Twitter they stay in character as they're fucking tweeting.
Yeah.
So for weeks, there was like, Enzo and Big Cass are getting attacked. And then Corey Graves, of all fucking people, I don't know why he got in the way of this. He had no reason, actually.
And Corey Graves
it's probably because he hates Enzo and he wanted to see this go down faster. It's like, Cass, you're wasting too much time. Let me just do this so you can beat the shit out of Enzo faster.
Yeah. And then, you know what? This thing is not going to go good for Enzo. And then where's Enzo going to be after this?
He'll probably fucking get released because he's so small.
He's going to end up like in the cruiserweight division.
He'll go back to NXT.
Other guys there, all the guys in that division can outwork him like 9-1.
And I actually saw 205 just recently. It was a pretty good show.
Yeah.
Like, those guys know how to work and get the fans off.
Unfortunately, they're not over.
And unfortunately, it's right after SmackDown, so everyone goes to fuck home.
Just like...
Make it the show before SmackDown.
Yeah. Warm people up for it. And then you can watch SmackDown afterwards.
It's the same thing as when they had Heat or Main Event or Superstars, the pre-show. We get you encouraged to stay to watch the whole show.
Yeah.
But you're promoting the whole show as SmackDown. So once the main show's over, who wants to stick for the rest of the show? Yeah. Nobody wants to watch 205 after the 10th hour.
They only have 1 or 2 guys there that are over. What happened to Austin Aries, by the way?
He's injured. Again.
What did he do to himself this time?
I think he hurt his leg again.
Oh, holy fuck.
So he's out again.
So they have this new guy, Akira Tozawa, part of the
Titus brand.
The Titus World brand.
With Apollo Crews. I was going to say fucking Creed again because Daniel Bryan had that bullshit stuck in my mind.
Oh my god. You know what? I don't have a problem. Just don't call it the Titus brand. Like, just have them put a bunch of guys together that they think...
The Titus brand.
Like, they call it the world brand or whatever. It's like, you know...
The worldwide brand.
Worldwide.
WWB.
Yeah, whatever. Put it together. Bunch of guys. One division over here, one heavyweight, one guy over there. And they're all, like, working towards some kind of common goal together. That's called a stable of guys. Unfortunately, no one fucking cares about Titus O'Neil. A guy that's the size of a fucking world champion, has the body of a world champion, has the strength of a world champion. Instead, they booked him like a piece of shit.
Well,
and
this is what happens.
The guy's a joke. And then
this is what happens.
Apollo Creed. He's not like the guy. Like when that guy comes out,
he's Baby Lashley essentially.
Yeah, but the guy comes out, and I'm thinking like, holy shit, man, fucking physique. The guy has all the moves, and it's like the guy's not fucking over.
He's a Sami Zayn. They job him.
It's like you look at him and go, everything was going really good. And then the guy ran into the Miz. And then I proceeded to go, usually you run into John Cena and your career goes into the shit can. It's like when you run into the Miz and now you're downhill, you're finished. You're shoveled out the door. It's like this guy. It's like this guy could go fucking places. But like if the guy wins anything, no one's ever going to believe it. Because they booked the guy like garbage. Akira Tozawa. The guy's not going to beat Neville. What are they waiting for?
If fucking Austin couldn't beat Neville, what do you make freaking Tozawa win? It's not. He's not going to win.
No, but it's going to be the fucking one of the best matches he put on.
Well, we'll see at Great Balls of Fire.
What happened to fucking Gallagher?
Jack Gallagher?
Yeah.
I like that. He's facing Brian Kendrick. Brian Kendrick's making fun of Jack Gallagher right now. He dressed up as him. Like the whole British like stereotypical thing, and he said basically, "You're just a fucking cartoon character. You're a knockoff joke version of William Regal, who's not even good at doing it." Yeah, that's what's happening. He beat the shit out of him with his umbrella.
Yeah,
and they've been feuding, and he's like, they had like a little segment yesterday, I want to say
205
on 205, where it's like after Jack had his match.
Yeah,
freaking Brian comes up and it's like history of, and then they crossed out Great Britain, history of Britain, and he's just being very stereotypical.
Okay.
They're just doing like ever since he lost to Tozawa, they're just feuding now because reasons.
Well, they have to have something for him to do while he's there, and he's going to be there. Like, whatever happened to Grand Metalik? The guy went to the finals of the freaking tournament. Now the guy's invisible.
He just shows up right now and then, kind of like, fucking, what's the... I wanted to say Tigre Uno. It's not fucking Tigre Uno. It's,
And speaking of this show called...
Lindsay Dorado.
Lindsay Dorado. There's another thing wrong with this 205 show. Actually, there's nothing wrong with the 205 live show. There's something wrong with the whole fucking cruiserweights on Raw. Okay.
They shouldn't be on Raw. It should just be on their own show.
It's these purple fucking ropes.
They make them stand out and they tattoo the fucking ring.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that.
You shouldn't change the fucking pay-per-view's name to Cruiserweight. Like, what's the whole point of making them stand out? We know it's the Cruiserweights.
Well, obviously we know it's a Cruiserweight match because these two guys look small.
Like, do you think they would have done this back in the day where it's like, oh, the Cruiserweight's coming out. Everything must be blue now because the Cruiserweight title is on SmackDown.
Oh, and Broom... No, honestly, every show's got its own fucking colored ropes. That's cool. Even the title is fucking with blue fucking leather. Like, purple? Purple.
Yeah, it's
leather.
Purple leather and silver.
Yes.
It looks like the old ECW title with the purple around it, which it looks like an awesome belt.
It's, you know... I have no complaints.
Okay, so the gimmick is that it's purple, but, like, don't stand it out.
But number one, you don't even let these guys interact with the normal guys. Like they're in some little fucking universe, compartmentalized universe where they never ever interact with anybody else.
You know what it is? Like they exist in the same universe, but they're on opposite ends of the world. It's kind of like it's like video game logic, because like Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, and Tekken all exist in the same universe, but all their bullshit happens on different parts of the world.
What if you put Neville in there, and you put him in a tag team with who's like really really big on Raw right now? Heel.
I don't want to say Braun because that's not gonna work.
He doesn't have any fucking friends.
I would put him with Sheamus and Cesaro.
Neville, Sheamus, and Cesaro, and then you put the Hardy Boys, and
with
you
Finn.
put them with King Tozawa, put them with,
Well, I think actually Hardy Boys are doing great with Finn. They love doing the entrance with him.
Yeah, they see, but the thing is, like, if you put them together, then they're gonna get over with the general audience. If you always put them in their own little compartmentalized box, no one's ever gonna take them as serious part of the show. Oh, it's the cruiserweights. Oh shit, I gotta take a leak because they.
Honestly, that should be saved for some of the Divas matches. Like, that's not being sexist. It's just, let's be honest. Like, would you have stayed for that 10-second match, or would you have gone to go take a piss?
Yeah, that was painful, really painful. And I thought this women's revolution thing was working for a while.
So all this shit happening on Raw and then 205. So SmackDown, like, a few times, like, it's been okay, but like, I'm not really appreciating Daniel being the GM anymore. Like, he was okay when he came out, but like now he's kind of like lowering the bar too much.
Really?
I'm just not interested too much in watching SmackDown. Here's what I say: Raw, my only interest is to watch the Hardy Boys and Finn, and then when they have them doing a 6-man tag team where they're both together on the same match, well, fuck, I guess I'm gonna go sleep early.
Okay.
My only reason to watch SmackDown, unfortunately, is AJ, because I don't give a shit about the rest of it.
Yeah. Like, who they got? Sammy's on there, who they don't book seriously.
He's gonna fucking lose every match. Why do I bother?
Kevin Owens, who is like...
He's just squashing people.
He's the total freaking package now. The guy's going out there, working his ass off.
The face of America.
Yeah, he's the face of America.
Which
He's
I
got
do
the
love.
U.S. title.
And he has his whole fucking face on the entrance ramp.
And
which I do like how he like goes around his face and he doesn't step on it.
Yeah, isn't that just great?
That's a heel. He's pretty much the best heel in this company.
Yeah, but the guy that knows how to cut a promo. When he walked out and goes, I said to my wife, we're watching it, I go, watch this, watch what he does. He goes around his face. He went around his face. Like, the guy's fucking awareness of, like...
You're self-aware of what's going on.
Of what his own ego should be. Is like, oh, I'm not going to step on my own face. Oh, that's just wrong. And he goes around himself. It's like, and the guy knows who he is. How many of those guys know who they are? Does Baron Corbin really know what character he's playing?
His entrance is
Zayn
completely wrong.
He's just out there playing a fucking annoying bastard.
Here's the thing, though. It's like, I would have enjoyed Sammy if they kept him as El Generico, because that's what he's playing as. But he doesn't have the mask anymore.
No.
And Baron Corbin should have been Chuck Palumbo coming out on the fucking motorcycle.
Yeah. Yeah.
His fucking entrance starts with a goddamn motorcycle sound.
Yeah. I mean, it's
where's the bike?
Yeah.
It's just like Ryback's non-existent pyro. It's just not there.
Oh, he's not allowed to have pyro. Plus, he's not allowed to be on the cover of any workout magazines because that would outshine superstars that they want to push. You heard about this?
What happened?
About the thing with Ryback? About how Flex Magazine... This was like several months before he got into this contract dispute with the company.
Really?
And what happened was... This is great. Where Flex Magazine came to him and said, hey, we'd like to do like... You're all freaking jacked up. It's like, we'd like to do a special, with you. I want to be on the cover. So he went and he approached Hunter. And said, hey, listen,
Perfect impression.
So, the secret is, Ryback is, So, he went to Hunter.
The game.
That's the game. So, when, Ryback, he went up to, Triple H. And he said, yeah, I got this offer to, be on Flex Magazine. No, right now, like, I'm on the cover of a magazine, and Stephanie's going to be on the cover of a magazine, and I don't think it's good timing. So, they wait a little bit. And they got a guy, he went back to him again and said, there really is a lot of, demand for me to be on the thing. He said, not a really good time. So, he's under the impression, and I believe it, okay, that if you're not among the people that they want to push to the top, you don't exist, and you're not allowed to promote yourself in any way, even though your face on a magazine cover promotes their product. It just makes sense.
Because they want to do it. They want to make the extra money. They want to promote themselves.
They just want to promote the guys that they want to fucking promote. And they made up their minds that Ryback is not a top guy. So we're not going to let him promote himself. It's like, how many covers did John Cena get? How many covers did Triple H on the front? Sooner or later, Roman Reigns on the front of Flex. But no, we're not allowed to have Ryback on the front. No one is as jacked as that guy. But not allowed. This is why he left the fucking company. He was just sick of...
You're sick of being shit on.
Of going out there, having promises made to you so that you'll shut up and then go and do what needs to be done, and then when it comes time to fulfill the promises, they don't fucking fulfill.
So essentially Del Rio and Barrett.
Yes. And it's like, honestly, if you want to see a really good podcast, just go on YouTube and look Ryback, whatever, destroys WWE, whatever. It's so freaking good. He states his case. But, I mean, at the same time, Ryan Reeves, Ryback, he has this interesting socialist idea of the way that WWE contracts should be. He thinks that, everyone should be, making a certain amount and, and
it's not the fans' decision who gets over, it's your promoter.
I know. It's
you can't pull a DDP on this.
Some of the things that he said make a lot of sense. And then the other stuff is, well, we're all here together. How come we're not out here helping each other all together? And like, why Vince has you against the other guy? You're an independent contractor. How come I have to go pay for my own health care when I take a pile driver off the top rope? Things like that. So that's worth looking into. Look into it. That podcast is really good. Where were we?
We were on the topic of SmackDown because we pretty much covered on what's really been happening on Raw. Samoa Joe is number one contender for the Universal title, so he's going to fight Brock at Great Balls of Fire. It's going to be an interesting match.
Do you have a list of the matches that are supposed to be on that pay-per-view so we can do a little bit of a preview for it?
I can actually get those right now.
Then after we do this preview, we're going to take a break and we're going to come back and do another segment afterwards. Unless you don't want to do another segment.
Maybe we could just all fit in one.
Okay.
Fuck you, Great Balls of Fire.
3 days, 18 hours, 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm on WWE.com right now. Okay, so our matches. I'm gonna start
from the top.
Actually, let me start from the bottom so I can hype it up.
Okay, sure. Hype it up. Who's on the bottom on this one?
Enzo Amore versus Big Cass.
Fuck. I don't think that Enzo has a snowball's chance in fiery balls of hell. I think.
Was Schwarzenegger hard to spell?
Schwarzenegger? Yeah.
Yeah, so without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
That's how he's going to get shit kicked out of him.
Crashed. I think he's going to He's going to go out there, he's going to cut a really great promo.
It's going to be a squash match.
And he's going to go out there and he's going to put on a good show, and he's going to get his ass kicked.
Alright.
Next.
Raw Tag Team Champions Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Hardy Boys in a 30-minute Iron Man
tag match.
Yeah. I bet you it'll be a tornado tag.
Probably. You know what? I'm intrigued by that match.
It'll be very interesting. I don't think I've ever actually seen a
tag match in that format.
An Iron Man tag team match. You can do it in the video games, but never have actually seen it on WWE programming.
Yeah. It should be good. I've never seen anything quite like that before, so it should be interesting. Do I think the Hardys are going to win this thing? No, I don't.
It might end in a tie. Let's probably give it that.
That would be hilarious. Again, if it ends up in a tie. But what's the gimmick now? They keep upping the gimmick. What are they going to do?
Have another ladder match.
A freaking death match? What are they going to do?
They're not going to have a fucking Texas death match.
I mean, you know what I mean? It just keeps escalating to the point where it's just going to be, everything's been a tie, so what are we going to do?
We'll lead it to TLC and have a TLC match.
Broken glass match. What are they going to do to break the tie?
Oh, I want to say this too. Freaking Randy's going to be fighting Jinder in a fucking Punjabi prison match.
Oh, yeah. You know what? At least there's a justification for it.
Every time the dude is the one who says, we're going to fight in this match, he loses it.
Yeah.
But Batista's won 2 of them, so this is going to be a third one.
He won 2 of them?
He beat the Big Show And then he beat Khali.
What was the Big Show doing in a Punjabi prison match?
Okay, so he was supposed to fight Khali, and then some bullshit happened backstage, and then Big Show ended up fighting him.
Okay.
No, that's the story. It's like Khali was like insulting Teddy or something as a story. And then they're like, well, fuck you, you're not in the match anymore. Now Big Show is, because he was just back there at the same time.
Okay.
And he was the ECW champ too. So then the second one was when Batista fought Khali.
Khali. Okay.
Yeah.
Now
And
this one.
This one's the third one.
Yeah. Well, I think Jinder's winning. I think Jinder's winning again with outside interference again.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens. So next after that is the IC champion, The Miz versus Dean again.
Yeah. I don't think that Dean's gonna win this. I think Miz is gonna win again.
Oh, here's a real shit stinker. You know what the kickoff match is? Neville versus Tozawa.
That's horse shit.
It's on the official website. Kickoff match. Cruiserweight champion Neville versus
That's
Akira.
the best fucking match.
It's the kickoff match.
Why don't they put the Dean Ambrose and the Miz in the kickoff? Because no one gives a shit about that.
What about Enzo and Cass?
How about beat the shit out of a grandfather clock match? I'd be more interested in that.
Oh, fuck, that's funny. Okay, so Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt, because Bray doesn't like that Seth is on the cover of 2K18.
You know what? Honestly, I'm getting sick of Bray Wyatt. This gimmick is not working at all.
He's just finding another dude to pick on so he could fucking lose.
Yes. Yeah. Because we know every time the guy comes out, he fucking loses.
Except the rare occasions, though, like when he had that House of Horrors match against Randy. But that was due down to interference by Jinder. Which was supposed to be for the title, but he stole the fucking title at the time. So we didn't have a title match.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss versus Sasha. I have no fucking idea.
You know what I think? I think Bliss is winning because Bayley's interference. And then I think what's going to happen is those two are going to peel off to see where that goes. Because honestly, Bayley needs a better place to be. And this character that she has is fucking brutal.
I don't hate Bayley's abilities as a wrestler. Like, she's tremendous to watch. I don't like the whole little girl gimmick.
I'm not interested in a character that's being depicted as a 27-year-old virgin.
She's trying to cater towards. She's trying to cater towards the kids, like John Cena.
I just don't fucking understand the character. It's just not likable. It's okay to like your fans. It's amazing when you win, you jump in the crowd.
Which is what wrestling should be: interacting with the fans. That's your job as a wrestler.
When you win, you jump in the crowd and you celebrate. I mean, but honestly, the way that they portrayed her is really pathetic.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't know what to do with her. And within a couple months, we're going to forget about the fact that she'd even won the title. Anyhow, what's next?
Roman versus Braun in an ambulance match.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest, I have no interest. I'm probably just going to go fucking play on my phone.
I think what's going to happen here is going to be a no contest in an ambulance match.
We'll have a I'm not finished with you match.
The match is not finished yet.
Why is that not a fucking t-shirt yet? That would be hilarious.
Dude,
just on the front of the shirt. I'm not finished with you.
Face, and it says I'm not finished with you.
Yeah, just a speech bubble.
Yeah, I'm not finished with you. How many? I would buy that shit.
I would buy that shirt.
Okay.
I'm not even a big fan of Braun, but I would love to buy that shirt.
I love Braun. Anytime the guy comes out, I'm like, Braun.
You didn't even know. You thought he was just yelling. I had to say to you, he's yelling Braun.
Yelling Braun.
Braun. Brawny the Strowman.
Love it. When this guy makes his appearance, especially when the ambulance shows up and he pops out of the ambulance, the whole fucking beat the shit out of Roman again.
And it's funny, they're not cheering for Braun, they're cheering that he's going to beat the shit out of Roman.
See, it's the same, but dude, it's the
same thing with Triple H. They didn't cheer for Roman. They're cheering that Triple H getting the shit kicked out of him.
Yes.
Put him through the table twice.
Yeah.
It's like, one more time, fucking fine. I'll go back and beat the shit out of him again.
I was like, oh, it's Roman? And then when Roman comes out, they wonder why they're fucking booing him. Because they're not interested in Roman.
They're going to hate him for a while ever since he beat The Undertaker. That's the big shit kicker.
You know what? The guy's a fucking good wrestler, man. He's a good fucking wrestler.
No character.
No character. Not interested. Also, not interested when you start
Saying that this is your yard now.
Yeah, no. When you already start like fucking preparing the guy for the championship, you know, before he's in the fans' mind, ready to be champion.
Oh yeah, we want to say for like 3 fucking years now we've been saying, fucking make this guy a fucking heel.
Yeah,
I don't understand. Even like the shit he says, like when he fucking came on fucking what was it? When he came on Raw like the night after WrestleMania, fucking he didn't say anything for like a good, let's say like 5 minutes or
Wasn't that
something.
beautiful?
He just came out, said nothing, let the crowd shit on him, and all he said was, "This is my yard now," like a
beautiful.
fucking heel.
That was beautiful. And then,
And even on Twitter, he was like, "I could have stood there for 15 minutes and they still would have ate it up." This guy's supposed to be a heel.
And Triple H in this interview, they said, you know, is
Did they say why they won't make him heel?
You know what he said?
What?
Oh, so he said, isn't it obvious? He is a heel. That's what Triple H said.
Then don't fucking
Have you
book him
ever-
like the good guy.
Have you ever heard of a guy so deluded as that? That is the company.
That is a blowing smoke up your ass
That is
answer.
a freaking company answer.
That's blowing smoke up your ass. They're fucking lying to your face.
Yeah. He said, well, but he already is a heel. No. When he's the heel,
They boo you for reals.
you're in a tag team with Bray Wyatt against Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. That's when you're a heel. When you're booked as a fucking heel. It's like, that is a bullshit fucking answer.
He blew smoke up their ass.
Bullshit
He didn't
answer.
give a shit. He
He's
obviously
just
had
telling you
he
what
wants to hear,
you wanted to hear.
which it wasn't what we wanted to hear. It's
bullshit.
That didn't answer the question either.
Fuck you, Hunter. Okay, next.
We'll do like our own little episode one day about why you fucking hate Hunter.
I'm lying about
Okay.
interviews.
The main event that's going to be on Great Balls of Fire is Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe.
They've been building this thing up to the point where like people want to see Samoa Joe tap out Brock Lesnar, and he's not going to.
This will end in a DQ. Like both will just like be counted out in a fucking brawl.
It's so good and so hot. It can't be over in one shot.
Jess is a big fan of Joe. She really wants him to win. I think, honestly, he should win because the more we have this fucking part-timer as the champion, the less we'll actually have title matches.
Yeah. Actually, what I'd like to see is this one turn into a no contest, and then they fight at Survivor Series, and at SummerSlam, and he taps him out right in the fucking ring. And then you can let Roman go after him.
Against Samoa Joe?
Yeah, but see, Roman has to have the title shot because he already has a title shot. So you have to make it fucking 3-way. So it's going to be like, who's it going to be?
It'll be
Samoa Joe
versus
and Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns? And then you throw Strowman in and make it a fatal 4-way. And then make it an elimination match. And
They
they
don't
get
do-
all these guys in
Why
there.
didn't they not make the fatal 5-way elimination match? I love the... No, those are called like dances. So it's like triple threat is a 3-way dance when it's elimination.
Yeah.
And fatal 4-way is a 4-way dance.
Yeah.
That's how ECW did it, which was good because like the action continues.
Yeah.
Because like you don't want to wait for like the fucking first fall wins because like they're like, no, we want fucking more action.
Well, because you're going to be waiting for someone to break up the pins all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like... It doesn't really... Yeah, because even fucking when they do elimination matches, sometimes it doesn't make sense. Like, why break up the elimination chamber? Why break up the fucking pin? That makes no sense.
No, it makes no sense. No sense. So, how is this going to go? Okay? This can go a couple ways. It can either be, this is just a one-stop shop. Brock goes in... Because he's already been fucking tapped out, remember?
Yeah.
He said, no, you can't do nothing to me. Nothing to me. And then Samoa's the guy with everything to prove. Goes in, fucking flattens him, moves on to fucking Roman Reigns. Something happens during that match. What happens?
Someone gets kicked in the dick.
Someone gets kicked in the dick. Because every match on this card can't be a no contest. Like, how many no contests did we say? 3 no contests?
3 fucking no
contests.
contests.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
No contest.
No contest. So it can't.
Oh fuck.
No, seriously, that one I could imagine being no contest. That ambulance match, I think Roman's winning it based on the number of times he's got his ass kicked by fucking Braun.
And Hardy Boys versus Cesaro and Sheamus.
And they sneak Cesaro and Sheamus. They sneak their way out to a victory in this one.
Okay.
That's just what I think. You're only gonna have one no contest.
All right.
Okay.
So to quickly go to SmackDown, all I have There's been nothing really going on. They had that rematch for Women's Money in the Bank, which Carmella won again.
Which, honestly, I think was better than the first one.
That match was better than the first one. Next week after that, which is like, I want to say this week, Daniel kicked Ellsworth off for SmackDown for a little bit, suspended him, fined him $10,000, says if you show up, then Carmella gets stripped of the briefcase again.
Dude, you don't like this?
I don't hate it. I never said I didn't like it.
I love the scene where, when
Brian's
says,
like laughing his ass off. I thought that was fine.
I love the part where he says, if you ever talk about my kids again, I swear to God, I will knock you out.
Did you listen to fucking, on Talking Smack, where Carmella's like, you can't just strip me of the Money in the Bank briefcase. Like, how would you like it if someone stripped your daughter of something so important? And his fucking daughter's a newborn. He's like, you're saying my daughter should strip?
What the fuck? Forget it. Show, that's what you get when it gets to become an unscripted show.
You just get these weird fucking answers. So SmackDown recently, which was the following Tuesday for watching this, I guess.
I saw the show, but I missed the main event.
Fuck, what was the main event? I actually forgot.
I have no fucking clue. I think I passed out.
It was fucking forgettable. I don't remember.
Yeah.
All I remember was that the show ended, 205 came on. But the one thing I do remember is that fucking rap battle.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ, the amount of shoots that was in that freaking segment, it was big. You know what? It was almost as bad as the This Is Your Life with Bailey.
That was hard to do. It's really hard to do as bad as that.
You know what? It was very cringy. They cut the segment completely on their online. It just shows Bailey getting hit with the kendo stick. They cut the whole beginning segment. And apparently there was some backstage heat after that segment where they were like, what the fuck was that? They're like, well, you told us to go out and do the segment. They're like, yeah, bullshit, but it's like, you told us to fucking do it.
You told us to do what?
To do that whole segment with the ex-boyfriend making out with the ex-girlfriend, the teacher saying shit, all those fucking weird photos.
Okay.
And then getting beat to shit with the kendo stick. That was fucking terrible. And then we had this SmackDown part where they're pretty much honestly, shooting. I want to say shoot promos where it's they're saying shit that's so offensive, oh fucking I'm so offended you said shit about shit and now we're all pissed off. The one thing that pissed me off is the one segment they did when one of the Usos was talking about Big E and Xavier. I don't know the entire rap, but I'll do my abridged version of it where it's Big E keeps it PG, Xavier keeps it rated R, which is a fucking reference to the Paige sex scandal. And you know what happened? They cut that too from their online. They cut that whole joke completely.
They're not going to replay that shit.
And then freaking Kofi was like, all you guys are known for is you're just known as the husband of Naomi on Total Divas, and you two are just known as carrying Roman's bags.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
That was it. That's all I really remember.
Honestly, I expected better because based upon who you had in there, you had the Usos, always very
with their gang with them.
Oh no, but that's the way it is in hip hop, dude. You don't go anywhere without a 20-guy entourage. Okay.
Did you see what the New Day had with them? They're had their wacky dudes dressed up.
Who's that guy with the party entourage? Who was that? Adam Rose.
That was Adam Rose. Yeah, and he had the rosebuds.
I was waiting for the bunny rabbit to come out with them.
They had the unicorn instead.
Yeah, so
but we don't talk about Adam Rose at
absolutely.
All. We're past that. We push it along. We won't go near with a 50-foot pole. We'll wash ourselves of this Japanese mess. We're not going to jail anymore.
Sure. Whatever you say.
So
no more bukkake.
Xavier Bukkake.
Probably. I didn't see that part.
Okay, well, this is the second time we've talked about that shit. Okay, if you don't want to be considered a piece of shit, don't do these terrible fucking things to other people. So, that's it. That's the show.
Cool.
I have nothing else to talk about. We've covered everything that's happened these following months. Okay, we skipped a pay-per-view or two, but what really changed? I mean, gave you disappointed? What about Backlash? The only major thing was fucking Jinder became the champion. Mm-hmm. Is there anything really I need to talk about there?
No.
We should have talked about Mania, but 6 fucking hours of wrestling? Are you kidding?
Yeah, I know.
That's worth about just talking about the shit you want to watch. I mean, what was really the best thing? The Hardy Boys returned. They won the titles. Taker retired. Fucking.
Yeah.
honestly, that's it. Like, there were a lot of good matches, but those are the ones that, like, stuck the most.
Absolutely.
Like, I would have been fine if the pay-per-view ended with the Hardys just coming back, because, like, it was actually at the halfway point when that happened.
Yeah.
So if you would just end it there, I would have been fine.
Yeah.
I would have been so like, okay, show's over, guys.
What a downer.
Everything went downhill after that fucking match.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The
crowd absolutely exploded when the Hardys came out.
And then they had to calm down, and then when Roman came out, and then The Undertaker
beat The Undertaker again, and the fact that it was Roman
should have been Cena, to be honest.
It never should have been anybody, dude.
They shouldn't have done it to Brock the first time. That's obviously...
He should have lost ever. And he should have said, oh, I have one more dance to go. One more match in the yard. Who's it going to be?
It should have been...
Roman comes out, and he lays Roman out. And he gives him the tombstone, walks off, he shakes his hand, he walks off, Taker takes off his stuff, tears come down everybody's face, and the Undertaker leaves, thumbs fucking up. Fucking beat the Undertaker.
Fucking brutal. Left his clothing, went to go see Michelle, frickin' then just descended down to hell, and that was it. That was the end. That was it.
Absolutely.
That was the end. Like, just that scene of Undertaker losing and just descending. That's it. That was WrestleMania.
That's it. That's what it's going to be remembered for. And
like, you wonder why people still hate Roman, like, and they still boo the fuck out of him because
you know
they did that.
They are going to like Roman even more because you heard what they're doing for WrestleMania 33, right?
You mean 34?
34?
WrestleMania Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
Because after Sun, now we need Mardi Gras, not Moon.
They're putting WrestleMania back in New Orleans, and the main event is set to be, in advance, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the championship.
A fucking yen?
Yeah.
Roman's gonna be the fucking main event 4 fucking years in a row.
Yeah. They're gonna keep doing it until you start agreeing with it. Or
you can't shove this shit down our throat and expect us to like it.
Well, that's what Vince thinks. Vince thinks that the more you shove in the throat, the more they gag, the more they like it.
It's like comparing a piece of shit. Which version of shit do you like? The point that's
face
down,
the
point.
Two,
no, it's like it's
3.
one piece of shit. Like, which version of it do you prefer first? Like, do you prefer the side of it where it's like face down, staying crusty and shitty, or the part where it's facing up in the hot sun, staying moist and shitty? Polish a turd is still a turd. This isn't gonna fucking work.
It doesn't matter if you paint a turd. It's still a turd.
Doesn't matter if you put sprinkles on it. It's still a turd.
You put M&Ms in a turd. It's still a M&M turd. Yeah. So
fuck, man. I don't understand this company.
I don't get it.
You know what? It's fucking cutting the chicken head off and watching where it lands. That's when we decide. It's fucking South Park logic.
Where it lands.
No, fucking. There's
a story.
Okay,
like
there's a skit on South Park where like the bank is like their money, like I don't know, the price of shit's like all fucking up, and then like Stan tried to return some like blender or something. They're like, okay, we'll give you like $3 million back for it. It's like, wait, what? He's like, that doesn't make sense. Like, what? You mean it was worth more? It's like, no. Why did it come to that? So then it shows him going into the back and shows the way they deal with like what should happen here. So they cut a chicken's head off, make the body flop around, and see where it lands. It lands on bailout.
My dad told me a story about the first time that his dad said, "Go out there and kill that chicken." Because my dad's like from the East Coast, like you had to kill stuff or you died, and he went out there and he was like, he was fucking afraid. It's like, I was fucking scared. It's like, so you get an axe, fucking sharpened axe, take the chicken down, you hold the chicken down, and you just decapitate the chicken. This happens when you're nervous. You close your eyes and the axe comes down and it doesn't chop off the head of the chicken, it chops off half the head of the chicken. You know what happened? The chicken went around, started running around, spurting blood all over the place until it just went and it fell over, and then he came inside and goes, "I got it!"
What the how do we go from fucking Roman Reigns to cutting fucking chicken heads off?
Honestly, this is what this company makes me feel like fucking doing.
Cutting the heads off of chickens?
This is like...
oh my fuck.
I don't know how we got to it, but I think it's a funny story. What? That's isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Isn't that a nice, happy, cool little story about decapitating small
let me tell you
poultry?
another one. My fucking mom, when she was younger, her cousin used to cut the heads off of chickens. Like, he was teaching her how to do it, and she would, like, close her eyes, like, I don't want to see you do it. So he would keep chopping the fucking heads off the chickens until to the point there was no more chickens left. And then my grandmother comes out, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? There's all these dead chickens with no heads on the fucking grass.
Okay, what are we gonna do with
Like,
all
well, I
these
tried to
chickens
show her
now?
what happened when you cut a chicken's head off. She kept closing her eyes, so I just kept chopping the chicken's heads off.
So now we have to do is it the thing we have to eat all the chicken now. We have a lot of chicken to eat.
Oh, damn right they ate all the chicken. Oh my god.
They ate well in a very short period of time.
Fuck. Well,
Anyhow,
I think that's where we need to end the show because I don't see how we
actually
can
we're
get
laughing about it this time. This is very rare that we end the show on a positive note.
I know, fuck. Anyways, be sure to like and subscribe to our show. Make sure you catch up. We're gonna try to like do this like we want to say monthly, like honestly, but it's like we have to do this like let's say weekly, like not really weekly, but like every like 2 or 3 weeks because now pay-per-views are twice a month. So Mike needs to make up more excuses how to get out of the house.
I gotta go do another podcast. I gotta do another podcast.
Did you just watch another wrestling show this week? Yeah, I gotta watch another one.
Was it, how many pay-per-views are there? Oh, there's 16. 16?
So like okay, so think about like we have the 12 and then it's like add double, but we still have the 4
Main
original.
4.
Yeah, so it's like we have Royal Rumble, SummerSlam.
15 or 16 now.
Yes, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, and Survivor Series, and then like just take
all the rest are
yeah.
like,
So pretty much it's like take 12, double it, and then minus 4.
Yeah,
That's where we're at.
yeah, pretty brutal.
Anyway,
Brutal.
yeah. So we'll do the best we can. No promises.
Absolutely.
Maybe if you guys like the video podcast, maybe we'll do it again. If you don't fucking like the way we look, we'll just go back to
So
regular
you
podcast.
guys are really fucking ugly.
Yeah.
So we need you to put masks on. I would gladly do it in a mask. I have some great masks.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
willing
try to get some more shit in the background.
that I'm willing to suffocate in this mask for like an entire entire hour and a half.
Yeah, so
for your entertainment.
So anyways, end this show off. Once again, I'm Joey.
I'm Mikey D.
This has been Knights of Square Circle Podcast. We thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.